Hello guys, welcome to my channel, Sam the Stoic. This morning I was watching a video on YouTube by DW News, which is the flagship news program of Deutsche Welle, DW, Germany's international broadcaster. Specifically, I was listening to a video about Gaza and the hostage exchange between Israel and the Palestinians. The field reporter said something that caught my attention. Hamas can rely on an increasing number of new recruits because in Gaza there are no alternatives. This notion of no alternatives seems to me like utter nonsense, because it's a false concept both in Gaza and in Kirkcaldy, where I live. Let's take an example from Italy, like Naples or the Campania region. Residents of Campania may have fewer opportunities than those in Lombardy, true. But not all people from Campania choose to become members of the Camorra. In fact, one of my favorite influencers, Piero Armenti, the creator of Il mio viaggio a New York, or in English, My Trip to New York, is from Campania. There are always alternatives. Things can always get worse than they are now. Comedy films teach us this, and so does real life. No one in Gaza can genuinely say, I have no other choice but to become a terrorist. That claim is a blatant lie, one that left-wing rhetoric repeats like a mantra. Someone I know reminded me of a quote from Giulio Andreotti, the peaceful Andreotti. You might not know him. Anyway, it was an Italian president who once said that if he were born in Gaza, he would have become a terrorist as well. I repeat, in my opinion, this is a lie meant to condemn Palestinians and send them the message from Europeans and Westerners, that their actions are somehow justified. Things can always get worse. For example, think of all the buildings in Gaza that were still standing before October 7th. You could have your home, a roof over your head, a kitchen, and still be alive. All these things are much better than dying. Or you could survive and find yourself among the rubble, stripped of everything you once relied on, your loved ones, your home, your belongings, and so on. Starting a war indiscriminately, killing civilians as the Palestinians in Gaza do, and taking hostages like disgusting animals. And I apologize to animals because they would never do such a thing. Only terrorists commit such horrific acts. Is appalling. I repeat, taking hostages like disgusting animals is appalling. Again, I apologize to the animals, which would never do such a thing. In Gaza, you can choose to set up a small stand and sell popcorn or whatever you can with the goods brought in by the many trucks that enter Gaza daily, or you can become a terrorist. You can decide to do 1,001 things, and of all those choices, joining Hamas as a terrorist will always be the dumbest. So let's stop believing the leftist propaganda we hear in Italy, Europe, and unfortunately increasingly in American universities over the past few years, which have been infected by this virus of anti-Westernism and pro-terrorism. My message is this: things can always get worse than they are now, and there are always alternatives. Becoming a terrorist is the worst of them all. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, give it a like, leave a comment, and share the video. Thank you very much.